The next section of our time together is focused on identity. And we're going to do this in a couple of parts. First, we're going to think about the identity of the Madison Metropolitan School District, and then think about our own identity in conjunction with that. And so along with that, we have a set of core values that really underscore and lay the foundation for all of the work we do here in MMSD. And you see them appearing on your screen before you. Work with children requires us to incorporate the values of our district into everything we do. We want you to reflect on how you embody these values you see in front of you, and how will you lift them up in our children? How will you seek out and find these values in our children, find their excellence and their creativity, create a sense of belonging so they can thrive? How will you find that in our students and ensure that you are empowering them to display their values and their best selves, instead of making assumptions about children based off of your own experiences? This is the work. This is the important work that we all do. And here in MMSD, we have a set of 3 goals that we strive for. The first goal is that every one of our children is on track to graduate. And when they graduate, they are ready. They are ready for what comes next, whether it be career or college or community, that they leave our system prepared. The second goal is that every one of our schools is a place where people thrive. Students, families, staff, everyone is thriving. Our third goal that you see here before you is meant to undo the hundreds of years of harm we have caused in the creation and the execution of our American education system. We have created a system in this country that privileged some students above others, that has said some students are worthy of education and other students are not. And in doing so, we have created a giant gap in success and opportunity, and therefore achievement. And the biggest gap in the country between Black students and white students exists right here in Dane County. So we have work to do because our system continues to reproduce these results. And so we have an opportunity and an obligation to investigate and interrogate our system to make sure that we are unlearning and relearning and rebuilding so that our system can be a place where African American children and youth excel in school. Because we know if we can do that for our African American students, we can then do that for everyone. This is what anti-racism means to us, and this is what we are excited to welcome you into as you join in as a volunteer. MMSD has 53 schools. We serve almost 27,000 scholars, and we have over 5,000 staff, almost as many volunteers. Roughly a third of our students are English learners, which means they have the incredible asset of being multilingual. More than half of our students are students of color. Collectively, we speak more than 100 languages, and we have core instruction in English and Spanish and Hmong. We are also one of Wisconsin's urban school districts. We're not Chicago or Milwaukee urban, but we are urban. And with that, we know that there are challenges and opportunities that present themselves. And we embrace all of them. We lean forward together into all of them. So understanding the district is one piece. And we also know that we bring ourselves into school. And so we also must spend some time thinking about who we are. Our students also bring themselves into school. And just as each part of our identities are valid and full of assets, so are those of our students. We're going to encounter people just like us, people very different from us, and everyone in between. But the way we walk into schools can only be based on our experiences and our level of knowledge and understanding of ourselves and of others and of context and history. So first, we have to spend some time examining who we are. And we're going to do that by making a web of identity. So this is a great time if you don't have something to write with to make sure that that's nearby. When you start the next video, we'll be engaging in that work.